It's the knowledge of selling that's the challenge. It's understanding what selling is about that's the challenge. Every human being is a salesman, okay? Directly or indirectly. We are selling. And the art of selling is never difficult. It's only difficult if you haven't realized the value that you carry. So I'll show you something. What is this? Who can tell me? I just need to make a comment. What comes to your mind when you see this picture? That's Lionel Messi and that's Ronaldo. And that is me, of course, the peacemaker. I can't shout. I just had to, interfere and just encourage peace between these two legends. And I'm happy to inform you guys that they are peaceful now. As you can see, they're playing chess and I'm just watching them having a great game. Okay. Right? I know my enemies will think that's a Photoshop and that I wasn't in the original picture. Well, it's your opinion and you're entitled to it. But I want you to tell me one word. Just give me one word. When you look at that picture, what comes to your mind? Seeing that picture of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, what comes to mind? Okay? Apata Godwin say you're a friend to them. Okay. It's funny how things people will believe. So guys, I want to read, like I told you, this class is going to be interactive all through. What comes to your mind when you saw that picture of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi? What comes to your mind? Come on, somebody. I'm waiting for your comment. Just whatever comes to your mind. You don't need to, just anything, okay? Adeyinka Adebowale says, you are playing with the winner. What comes to your mind? I'm not talking about me now. Ignore me here, okay? Just focus on those two guys. What comes to mind seeing the two of them? Okay, these are football legends. They are believed to be rivals. Finally, they are together now. But what comes to your mind as you see the two of them? Edward says class comes to mind. Class, okay? The class in terms of, by the way, that's a Louis Vuitton advert. Louis Vuitton is a fashion company. Adenka says they are making marketing for Louis Vuitton, I guess. Busolami says legend. Femi says closing deal. Adebari says football star. Now, here's this. When it comes to selling, there's something we call credibility. Everybody say credibility. You have a credibility. I have a credibility. Credibility can always grow or diminish. And people do not buy products. They buy emotions. As much as you always see people claim that, you see, I bought this particular wig because it is quality. In reality, they bought that wig because, I'm just giving an example, I'm not saying it happened, but because maybe their favorite celebrity wore that wig, right? I mentioned, see me here. Suddenly, everybody wants to wear that wig. So people buy things out of emotions and then justify it, okay, with logic. But in reality, they are buying out of an emotion of a credibility. So what's happening is, you go check the sales of Louis Vuitton after that picture. It's gone what? Way up. What has happened there? The credibility of Ronaldo fans, right? Credibility that Ronaldo carries with his fans. The leverage, the trust, all are emotions, by the way. Or Messi suddenly has been given for free to Louis Vuitton. So people who didn't know Louis Vuitton before now know. They were following Messi and Ronaldo and they saw them post on their page. Oh, what's Louis Vuitton? I'm sure if they check the Google search of Louis Vuitton after this post, went way up. Sales way up. Suddenly you are saying Cristiano Ronaldo can stand for this particular organization, then I'm going to do business with them. The same thing with you that you are watching me, ladies and gentlemen. You come with some credibility. And it's just unfortunate that you don't know it. And even when you come with it, many of us don't also grow it. You don't grow the credibility because we fail to realize that credibility also can grow, can increase, can diminish. Right? So marketing is just you saying to somebody, here is a value I can vouch for. And I believe you need it. And I encourage you to what? To take advantage of it. That's all. So selling is not the disturbance. It's not the knocking on doors. It's just you, whatever way you can communicate the value that you carry, okay, to a potential buyer. Finish. You've sold. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I have a friend of mine, Pastor Shola Jordan, is based in the US. And, I just told him he was around. I said, come, tour our estates. You have a lot of fans. Maybe some of them might be interested. But here's something he told me after the talk. He said, you have fantastic staff, very professional, and I had a great time with them. Do you know that my staff had marketed him right there? Remember that the goal, we never told them to sell anything to him. The goal was for him to talk and to take pictures and recommend it to his loved ones. But by just their own comportment, their own excellence, the man is sold. They've marketed themselves to the man. So what we don't know is that we sell daily. The day you talk anyhow, you've just sold. Right? The day you communicate, in a negative way, you've just sold. The day you smile and have good conversation with people, you have just sold yourself, because ultimately people do not buy product, they buy individuals. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm getting value. Okay? People don't what? They don't buy products, they buy individuals. And this is the reason why Louis Vuitton decided to use these guys to advertise. They understand that, no, we are not buying Louis Vuitton. We're buying Cristiano Ronaldo. We're buying Lionel Messi. And if they can just get this caliber of people to endorse the brand of Louis Vuitton, more people will buy. Are you learning, guys? Have you gotten value? Have you learned something? Like I said, my classes are interactive. I love you to communicate. I love you to chat. I love you to tell me the value, and let's have conversation. So selling is the easiest thing you can do. It's the sweetest thing you can do. The only rule here is that, number one, you must, please write this down. You must have a good understanding of the value that is being communicated. You must have a good understanding of the value that is being communicated. Many of us we sell because condition make crayfish bend. And that's where the problem is. When you sell because condition now it make crayfish bend, you will always struggle. But if you sell because you believe you understand the value embedded in the product that you are selling, then you will not struggle to sell. You understand that real estate is a game changer. You're changing people's life. One person was chatting me up the other day. I said, but Dr. Stephen, I did business with your company. I said, but it was value exchange. Don't talk like you did me a favor. Don't talk like you did me a favor. And I strongly believe it. If you buy property from me, I strongly believe it's a value exchange. I strongly believe in what I said. God is my witness. I believe in real estate. I believe it's the safest form of investment. I believe it's the best way to save, to conserve wealth, to multiply wealth, to grow wealth. I believe in it. And that's why I'm able to sell, because I'm not playing games. It's not a case of, I'm hustling, I'm struggling. I can do any business in the world. I can do anything else at this point of my life, but I'm still going to sell real estate till I die. Why? Because it's just so real. It's just so real. So you need to, first of all, understand the value in the product you're selling. If you don't bother sell. Because the challenge many of us feel, we really don't believe in what we're selling. We don't. And this is one of the reasons why we always insist that when you start this real estate journey, make sure you commit your money into buying real estate of the company you are selling for, even if it's a little deposit, even if you beg them to give you a longer payment plan. You know why? It suddenly brings credibility. It brings trust. Even when you talk, there's a level of confidence. You know that this thing I'm telling people to buy, I put in my money. Okay? I am not just advising people to buy what I have not put in my money in. So my money is involved in this. I know this thing works. It's a powerful thing that will ultimately change your ability to sell forever. Number two, okay, so first one is you need to know the value. Remember the value. Forget what you will earn. Focus on the value for the person buying from you. Number two thing, which is very, very important, is you need to learn how to communicate the value. This is why any one of you who is selling real estate, you must come to our office and do what we call role play. Okay, it's not just enough for you to understand the value. Okay, and I hope those who are anchoring this event are taking note of the points so that they can recap it when I'm done. It's not just enough for you to know the product and know the value the product is giving the other people. You must know how to communicate the value. You must know. A lot of us don't. And to communicate value takes training. That's why you want to visit the real estate company you're selling for, like Gtext, and say, hey, can I come into the office twice a week? Can I come 3 times a week? Can I even come every day of the week? And when I come, who can I do a role play with? In other words, the other party will act like a customer, and then I will act like the person trying to convince the customer. And I will make my mistakes, correct it, make it again, correct it, make it again, correct it. And before you know it, I am now master communicator of the value proposition of the product and services that I sell. Is this good? If it's good, just type, this is good, this is good. Come on, guys, talk to me. If this teaching is good, type, this is good. Remember, I love interaction when I train. So everybody, come on. Q&A box, just type, good, this is good, this is good. So master the art of communicating it. So anytime I'm selling property, somebody was sharing this morning, he said, Dr. Stevie is one person that can cut a table. Okay, I'll tell you that this table is now a real estate and it's going for so millions. And people will buy. I laughed and laughed when he was saying it. Okay, I couldn't stop laughing. But you see, you know why people buy from me globally? Is because I know how to communicate real estate. I know how to get you salivating over real estate. And it's because I'm good at communicating it. I'm good at communicating the value in the real estate. I can break down the return on investment. I can break down the good value in it. I can tell you the 10 years from now, 20 years from now, why this is good for you. So when you can train you, and this didn't happen overnight. I've been selling real estate for over 10 years, and there's something we call the 10,000 hour rule. And it says that you will rise to the top 10% of your field after you have invested 10,000 hours in that field. So you see, this concept of practice makes perfect is real. For over almost 15 years now, I've been selling real estate. It's just 7 years ago that we started our own company. Okay, but before that, I've been selling for other companies as well. So I have had to practice the strategy of communicating the value of every real estate. So when I see a piece of real estate, I sit down and I ask myself, if I am the one buying this real estate, what is the value that should make me buy? So I take my time to analyze it. So one of the products I'm going to be doing a video this coming week to sell It's here in Burj Khalifa. It's a whole floor. It's for office rent here in Burj Khalifa, available for either rent or purchase. Okay? And have been, before even doing the video, I've been reminiscing. Imagine what I'm going to be able to communicate in that video. And part of it is that imagine that your office address, right, is in the tallest building in the world. Imagine how that will change customers' confidence in your brand. Hey, you see that I'm good at this communication now. Okay? So, but imagine that now the seller did not tell me this, oh, it is me that had to sit down, okay, and think of how to craft the value. And you see that I'm not lying, which is true. So you have to sit down and craft the value without lying. So we're selling a property in Ogudu. Somebody else will come and say, land beside water. So I realized that the mindset of my people is wrong. So what did I do? And I hope the video is ready, Edward, because I told them to do a good video. What did I do? I did a video here in Dubai, okay, with a boat cruise, driving around the Dubai Creek. Because I understand that people in Nigeria, what they know when they see water is flood. Is water, oh no, so water log. Okay, so I need to paint the picture of what this real estate can be and will be. So I had to do a boat cruise, cruising down, and I did another one beside that particular property, put them side by side. I hope my video editors get the mission. But sometimes they are the ones that mess me up. My brain can think good things, but my editors will mess it up. Now, what am I doing there? I am able to again communicate the value of that piece of real estate. Suddenly you are not seeing, oh, it will be waterlogged. Now you can see that, I am having a property that I can come to my house with a boat cruise. I can own a yacht. Suddenly you are seeing that, oh, I can own a beautiful piece of real estate. Suddenly you can see what it will become and what it can become. And this is the strategy or the part you must get good at. Settle down anytime you are to sell any real estate. Aside what the owners have told you or the developers have told you, think of an angle to it. Put yourself in the shoes of potential buyers and paint a picture. Paint what this could be. Explain to them the vision, the opportunities. You want to sell a property in Banana Island. You will not sell it better if you just tell people, oh, come and buy a property in Banana Island. No, that's not how it's going to work. Okay? You will sell better if you're able to say, hey, imagine being the next neighbor to Dangote, Adenuga, Tony Elumelu, Alakija. Aha. Suddenly, that's a game changer. How many of you agree with me that the price ceases to make sense after that time? I don't know whether you understand. After explaining to you that you are now a neighbor to Dangote, neighbor to Alakija, neighbor to Adenuga, neighbor to, of course, Dr. Stephen AKINTAYO, do you notice that the price tag of that property begin to shrink? What is now becoming bigger is the opportunities that I could just bump into Adenuga one of these days. I could bump to Dangote one of these days. We could meet at the park. And this can be a good opportunity for my business. This can be a game changer for me. Again, are you getting value, guys? If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm learning, I'm getting value. Number 3, which is very, very important, okay, in becoming a sales superstar, is become the brand. Become the brand. Become the brand. Remember again, we said this. People don't buy products, they buy individuals. So I am not unaware that a lot of my own customers are buying Stephen AKINTAYO. And this is why I protect my reputation and I guide it so jealously. Okay? I remember working with a particular guy here in Dubai, and it, disappointed some of my clients, and I had to do a disclaimer, and I have no regret doing that. That I no longer work with this person. I no longer work with this person because this person does not embody the values that I stand for. Okay? And I do not want you, because you've seen the two of us together before, you go ahead and do business with him because you have seen him with Dr. Stephen. Meanwhile, from my experience now with this person, he does not embody the value that I represent. So you must know that people do not buy products. They are buying you. You are the product they are buying. So become a brand. How do you become a brand? Begin to, repackage your communication materials to represent a brand. Begin to add a unique flavor that is just unique to you. And I'll give you an example. It's out of everybody who sells real estate that is from Africa, Stephen AKINTAYO is the only one that can break real estate down for you. And when you leave Stephen AKINTAYO's class, you will even feel like a professor of real estate. I don't know if you agree with me. If you agree, type I agree. Right? Nobody else is able to do that. So in becoming the brand, find your own unique offering. That's the word. Yeah, that's the word I've been looking for. Find your own unique offering. And your unique offering has nothing to do with the property. In other words, it's not as if, because the land is the land, or the house is the house, isn't it? It's not as if you are going to now add something different in terms of the property itself. But the intangible value you can offer. In other words, when we say intangible, it means it's not something you are touching. It could be your after-sales service. It could be your ability to just have good conversation with your customer beyond the product and services they are buying from you, right? It could be your customer service experience. You can call them almost every 2 weeks, not even to say, come and buy, just to say, how are you? How is family? Hope you're doing well. I'm just calling to know how good you are feeling. It could be sometimes your own extra branded gift. I remember a story of a lady, a woman bought a property from her. And what did she do? She bought a whole deep freezer, right? And sent as a gift personally. She's not the developer. She's just a saleswoman, right? When this woman got this, she said, nobody, I've been buying property for how many years now? Nobody has ever sold property to me and thought of sending me a gift. You know what? Here is a list of extra 10 to 20 friends. Tell them you are from me. This lady went on to do, I think, almost 3 billion in extra sales because she was able to offer an intangible, or intangible in the sense that it is not the property itself, it's just something extra, okay, to what they actually were buying. And that just was a game changer for the customer. I don't know if you are excited about what you're learning today. If you're excited, type I'm excited. So become the brand. Become that person that is able to offer your customer what nobody else will offer them. Become that person that customers will say, you know what? If I will ever, and I have so many people who have said this to me, if I'm ever buying properties, it must be your company. I've loved you. I love what you do. And some of them is because of the way I teach, is the free content I've given on social media, is some of the values I've offered over time. And you see some of them say, anytime I'm going to buy property, I'm going to be buying from Dr. Stephen because he has added value to me for free on social media. I've never met him before, but I've learned so much just following his brand. I've been inspired to be a better person just following him on social media. So in that case, that's the brand I've been able to offer. I've so offered my personality, my unique personality, that people have gotten so much, and they say, no, this is the guy. This is the guy. Okay? So I will add one more thing and then we will continue today's training. One of the things I want to add, which is very, very important if you want to become a super sales man or woman, but you want to be a super sales star, is you must be convinced deep on your inside that you're doing the right thing, that you're selling the right product, right? And make sure you invest the necessary training that will help you get convinced. Because the conviction will only come from training. You will not wake up today and then you start selling real estate today, and suddenly you now are so convinced that real estate is the best. No, it will take years and years of training and training. So I want to beg you, for these 3 days, do not miss any class. We still have another 2 hours with you. There's so many things they'll be teaching you today. Do not joke with it. Only those who train will reign in life. Everybody help me type it. Only those who train will reign in life. A lot of us are too used to paparazzi. Oh, Dr. Stephen trained me. Yeah, thank God for that. But after the training, what next? What's the step you will take? What exactly can you start doing from what he has taught you? Okay? So you see why it is very, very important to go further. Not just he has trained you. What the next version of conversation today will be, how do you become a full-fledged member of GNA? When you become a member of GNA, what's your JD? Because many of you just joined. We have over 15,000 people in our database. But many of them have never even come to our office once. Many have never come for inspection once. They've not even seen the property they are selling. Right? And you can't sell that way. Many have never attended any training. Many have never resumed, because we started this new program to say, you can come into our office and work for the whole day and ask for leads and start calling those leads and do roll calls and get somebody to guide you and give you some assignment like you are resuming a full-time job. Many of you have never done that. And until you settle down and begin to engage in things like that, you will still just be a so-called registered member. You will not make money. Today, you will also meet some of those who have made a lot of money. I will be showing them every day. We'll start from the best marketer for January. We'll look at the first 5, February, March, April, down the line. That's how I want you guys to be doing. Vivian and Richard, let them share how they became top 5 for the month. And because people need to learn, people need to see that other people like them have done it. And here, 2 minutes testimony. How did you sell? What are the principles you used? What happened to you? What did you do differently? Some of our interns who joined us as interns and started selling should come and share their experience as well. Okay, so there's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of encouragement you will get. And I'll wrap up with this. Your network determines your net worth. Now that you are in this business, you need your community. Everybody say, I need my community. Come on, everybody type it. You need your community. Because your community are the one that will cheer you on. The day you make sense, they are the one that will shout. They will encourage you. You have another set of people in your world. Many of us, we decide to become, brokers selling properties. Suddenly, all your friends are still people who are not doing that. Before you know, they will start telling you, are you sure this is real? Are you sure you are? This thing is difficult. Don't fall into trouble. They will start giving you all the negative energy, all the bad things that has ever happened. Don't join such people. I always say this to investors as well. Many of you are real estate investors. You buy a property. Now you go and start doing conversation with people who didn't buy. Or people will start telling you stories of how they bought one property, they lost it. You even bought your own in a credible organization, now you are putting fear in your heart. And you see, whatsoever you fear will always happen. It will always happen. You will always, and Job said this in the Bible. Job said, what I fear the most has what has happened to me. So one of the things I've always worked on, even with my life, has been that I walk away from anybody who's going to put fear in me. I walk away from anybody who's going to give me negativity and is going to get me in the mood to see the impossibility, to see the negativity of what I'm doing. I don't want to hang around such people. They are not devils, they are not, but I just don't want to do that because I will always, don't forget what we're teaching you, make happen whatsoever I'm afraid of. So I don't want anybody to put me in that fear box. I don't want anybody to put in that fear, that negativity into my life. No, I want positive people. Right now, I'm selling 1,000 housing units between now and January 31st. That's my deadline. Anybody that cannot tell me how that is possible, don't come near me. Okay, today I was on Channels Television still talking about it. On Monday, I'll be on AIT. On Tuesday, I'm going to be on Arise. Right? We're working on going to CNBC, CNN. Put the advert everywhere. 1,000 housing units. In reality, anyone who can tell me that will happen, that's the only person I want to hear right now. But you come and tell me, sir, the economic situation of Africa, you need to face the... carry your economy and be going. Right? Because remember, whatsoever you push to me and I accept will be my reality. Right? And that's how we've been able to grow our organization. We've grown our organization by always saying to ourselves, yes, the economy may be tough. Yes, things, but it's in those tough seasons that we can do better. So all this, there's no money in the town. Nobody will buy a house of 200 million. Okay, they are buying, They are buying every day. It's just the community you are in, right? It's just the caliber of people you operate with. People are buying every day, every day. I've had people bought property from me worth millions of dollars, and I've never even met them until the day they came to collect their key. Some I still haven't met them till tomorrow. Okay? So, but how am I able to do those things, ladies and gentlemen? How? I'm able to do those things through one simple model. One simple model, which is that I believe that despite tough situations, I can always succeed. I can always try. Recession or no recession, I can make it. And when you combine all this together, ladies and gentlemen, you will be one of the most successful salespeople that ever lived. A superstar. We're going to continue this conversation with me tomorrow, but I want to allow our team to continue the training today and educate you better about who we are, what we do, how you can make money, and you meeting those who have made money through what we do, and how you can better be in a mesh. So consider this a crash course, consider this an orientation training. And like I say, it's for 3 solid days. Create the time, okay? All this, your movie you have been watching, how much money have you made from it? Dedicate the time, okay? If you can just dedicate these 3 days, 3 hours, I promise you, you're on your way to the top. I love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen.
Thank you, Dr. Stephen.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Dr. Stephen. Can you hear us? If you can hear us, just let us know that can hear us. Right. So again, this amazing.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. These are amazing tips and tricks. And remember, this is like a crash course. It's just like as if you're going for a certificate. Thank you so much. You're going for a certificate exam, and you now have the opportunity for you to start looking at other areas that you want to improve on. And one of it is sales. One of that I'm really, really interested in is when he said, practice communicating the value of real estate. You want to sell something, you have to communicate that value. And you have to practice doing that over and over and over again. That is the only way you can.
Superstars they're not born.
Yes. They're made.
So I believe every one of us are superstars. It depends on how you see yourself. Me, I'm a billionaire self. So it depends on how you see yourself. One thing is, like Dr. Steven said, I actually wrote it down. Become the brand. So I add your own flavor to your own music. So there should be a special theme when you call Vivian. This is how Vivian does his own thing or her own thing. So you put your flavor to your own community. I'll call it as community, yeah. But you do it in a such unique way that all your people in that your small community will keep referring to you. There's always this flavor that, oh, when I call this lady, she's going to treat me this way, she's going to do this. So it will keep making people come back to you. So that's strike. And another thing is know your product knowledge. You can't sell what you don't love, one way or the other. If you want to do it in a way that, oh, let's just sell it and earn money, you will see at the end of it, or you won't be happy. Yeah, the money will be there. You won't even know that the value of what you have, sold out to the person. So knowing your product knowledge goes a long way. It gives you this insurance, confidence. There's well, I don't know how to put it, but it will even make when a client is asking you some certain questions, when you know that you know very, very well of what you are saying. You will not, you won't shake. It doesn't mean that you are being arrogant or you're insulting the person. No. It just means that you know what you are selling. There's even a better way of you convincing the person. At the end of it all, you know that this is the result. You even go as far as I did yesterday night. You Google it and you just send it, just in a matured way, and not being throwing any insults. Just make the person understand that you know this thing very well. So product knowledge is a top notch for me. Before we invite some of our staff and people that miss sales, selling is another thing, but we know that there are a lot of rejections in this our industry. Like I said, superstars we have. I'm a superstar, so I'm calling myself one. So superstars, we have some good days and some bad days. To me, all work together for our good. So we do have our bad days. I personally have my own bad days. Even today, I have a client that was supposed to pay me today, but one thing or the other, the client did not block me. That's the most special thing. But he didn't know. He didn't block me, so I still have hope, a whole lot of hope. Rejection comes here and there, but what keeps you going? I have what drives me. I woke up in the morning and I know my targets, not basically of what the company I'm working under has given me. Vivian has a purpose, even before Gtext. So what drives me? What keeps me going? Not necessarily, yeah, the commission is here, but what is the main focus of me trying to meet this? I want to beat my parents' record, hands down. I want to do it in such a way that my third generation, my own parents, they will be far. So my third generation will have something. So everybody has what is driving them. You might have that kind of disappointment and it's trying to weigh you down. You put some lively people around you, even before you doing, oh, this client was supposed to pay. Somebody are like, don't worry. It's not you that did this. You can do it. Before you know it, you play and dance, and everybody will go back to their own thing. I'm saying that we all have our bad days, but it is how you pick yourself up and continue. So nobody's going to push you to pick yourself up. I might convince you with everything that needs to be said today, but it's you that need to decide to pick yourself up and go again and again to make that money. Okay, before we invite Isaac will be joining us from Banana Island to share one tip. Edward has one. I've been talking a lot.
See, there's something that comes up when you are a salesperson. You don't know when you start saying things out of passion. And that's what she's been doing all this while. It's just about passion. It's just something that is inside of you. And when it comes to passion, one thing that brings out the passion in you is conviction. And as we're talking, please, Jamu, bring on Isaac. Isaac is a sales superstar. And Isaac's position is very special and very unique. And we'll be able to relate with Isaac. Because Stephen talked about earlier that we have over 15,000 salespeople within our database that have been added one way or the other to our groups, but not everybody has sold yet, right? So what is keeping some from selling? What is making or helping some to sell? And what is keeping others from selling? And you find out that there are these people out of this database that have taken themselves out of their comfort zone and said, hey, I'm too relaxed. I'm too comfortable. I need to leave where I am, right? All right, so I need to leave where I am and get up. And that's what some people have done. They've gotten up from where they are sitting down and they've gone into the company and say, hey, I want to take advantage of this internship you're offering. If I can stay with you for 3 months, I'm in your office, I'm coming to the office every single day, I'm using your office space, I'm using your internet, and in return, you're teaching me how to sell. You understand? You're teaching me how to sell, you're giving me trainings free that if I was outside, I would have paid for, but I'm in with you and I'm getting it for free. I'm getting leads to call. I have real life scenarios to practice on. I have real people to talk to, not just in my head, in my shower right now, but at work, I have real people to talk to. So I want Isaac to come up and tell us about his journey, right? We're doing this every single day, bringing up superstars from internal superstars like those that are staff and those that are just teachers and associates. Now, I was saying that what gives you passion to talk the way Vivian just talked right now, it's conviction. Conviction takes years, as Dr. Stephen said. It takes years, it takes time, but you have to train it. You have to be convinced of your product. And how do you become convinced of your product is when you learn. You have to learn what you're selling. You have to understand what you're selling. You have to get the grasp of the value of what you are selling, and then you have to now digest it and become convinced of it. So I am waiting for Isaac to join us. Jamio, if Isaac is around.
I'm here, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, David, for joining us.
That's today. Isaac. Hi,
Isaac. Sorry,
Isaac.
I meant to say.
Hi, good evening, Ms. Vivian.
All right.
Good evening, Mr. Edward.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Stephen AKINTAYO. Great GMD. Thank you so much for this great privilege. I will never take it for granted. I really appreciate this. I'm very glad to be here and I'm super excited, super excited, to share my own little part of my success story today. First of all, before I even say anything, I would like to say a very big thank you to Dr. Stephen AKINTAYO because he has been my key motivator from day one. I ventured on this journey and it's really been a great experience since I joined the team. I came in as an intern, and it was meant to be a 3-month internship then. And I could remember when I joined, the first month I hadn't made any sale. Second month, I was really on it, pushing back to back. And at a point in time, Dr. Stephen had a meeting with all of us, the interns, and he was asking us, why have we not sold? So we were giving, our different reasons. And I also gave my own reason why I had not sold them. And then he said something that changed my entire story, my sales story till now. That thing is like a fire that I put in me. I'm sure he said it, but he didn't. I think that was a game changer for me. He said, "It's not what you don't have that limits you; it's what you have that you don't know how to use that limits you." So I was, trying to give reasons why I'm not so then, and he made this statement, and the statement was like fire in my bones. Like, are you serious? So does it mean there are some things I really have that I have not started to maximize, to make use of? And that brought me to the SAU. I went straight to the Stephen Akintayo University. I decided, okay, the next 1 month, I would digest all the videos on the Stephen Akintayo University. So morning and night, I burnt night candles then, digesting his content, swallowing everything, eating them raw. So this now helped me so much when I started to communicate with clients, with prospects. I was able to communicate with them with much more value. And I think that's one thing that really helped me. Mentorship, under Dr. Stephen Akintayo really helped me a lot. Another thing that helped me is hunger. Hunger for sales. This hunger. You need to see 5 a.m. I'm awake looking for the next person to call. So hunger is another thing that really, helped me to get the kind of results I got. I could remember the first sale I made then was a sale in Dubai. And you know what it means when you sell a Dubai property? Come on, we're talking of over $300,000. Over $300,000. And that was just, a one-bed apartment then. And anybody right here on this session can do the same thing, can do the very same thing. In fact, I didn't believe it would come so easily. I just kept on pushing, kept on doing what I was doing, and it came. So for anybody here, it can also come true for you. Just be determined and be consistent. And another thing I would like to, make mention of that helped me a lot is goal setting. Goal setting. When I joined newly as an intern, I had a goal to make a certain amount of money within that 3 months, and it actually came true. So goal setting, there's this saying that when you have a goal and you set a time to it, you become a madman. So it's not that you lose your sense of sanity. It's what happens to you is you lose every sense of impossibility. So when someone comes to you and tell you this thing cannot happen, you see that person like, are you get out of my cycle? You are not the kind of energy I need. So goal setting is one thing that really helped me a lot. So when I put those goals on paper, and every morning when I wake up, I look at them, and they are the motivators for my day every day. So when I have to make calls, there's nobody that has to remind me before I make calls. When I have to follow up on clients, nobody reminds me before I follow up. And another thing, I think really helped me was the 3 Fs, which is follow up, follow through, and follow back. There are some clients, that really give some tough time. For some clients, they were only accessible 12 a.m. midnight. And once I could not get through to them at that particular time, 12 a.m., it could be the next 1 week. So I had to make use of, reminders, alarms, and all that to just make sure that I follow through on clients. And I think that's one golden thing that can help anybody to really close sales easily. You must learn to follow up, to follow through, and to follow back. And the follow back, is just the part that helps you when, even after you have made a sale, it doesn't end there. You still have to follow back on the client to ensure they have a good more referrals. And that's just little part, of my success story I would love to share. Very, very big thanks to Madam Vivian, my mentor. Very, very big thanks to Mr. Edward, and a very, very big thanks to Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you so much. Jamie, do we have David here? David Ikbese. If we have David, please can you add David? Okay. I personally have some intern in my branch, and some of them came in when Isaac came in as well. And to God be the glory. I had one of my interns that sold 4 plots. I had one that did that sold 2, and I had one that did Chivas as well. So all these people, they have never done real estate before. Never in their life. They've not sold real estate before. But it's training. Okay, it's training and them bringing out their soul, body, and spirit just to learn from the little I could offer and the little every other sales person in Gtext could offer. And they key into that, and they are champions today. Or sales superstar. Champion sales superstar. Okay. So, Jamie, is David here? Please, if David is here, please, we can add him. And I know some of us out there will be thinking, we have some, please kindly drop your Q&A too, so we're able to answer you as well. Okay, so we'll be able to answer your questions as well. So I know some of you will be asking, how can I join the internship and the rest? Just like Dr. Steven said, I will drop my number at the end of this training, just so if you want to join our internship, just come and learn how to make this call. You might be thinking, no, you know how to say it and you don't know how to say it. Even Dr. Steven is learning as well. Real estate is deeper than what we think. You learn every day. Anybody can teach you. In Gtext Homes, we don't look at age, because if you want to look at age, you will not learn anything. Anything. Your junior staff can teach you how to talk to a client. You take it by good faith and learn. So, David, are you here? If you're here, just say hi. I don't want to say something before David comes.
All right. You can see us working together in the same office, right? So before David comes in, I will see how Isaac here. Oh, beautiful. David is here, right?
I'm here.
Yeah, thank you, David. Now, David is also an amazing person.
Superstar David.
Yes, superstar David, right? And he's not a superstar, he's still superstar. Now, remember one more time, the thing is, there is always a starting point for any venture you want to enter in your life.
Yeah.
There's always a beginning. There's never you just wake up in the morning and now you're a superstar. There's going to be hurdles. There's going to be issues. There's going to be discouragement on the road. There'll be things that you don't like that will happen to you. There are people that you feel they should be under you or not up to you, and they will talk to you in a way that you don't like. But this is part of the journey that people like Isaac and David Isaac talked about and David talking about. And for those on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube asking for how to join the community, right? So please, Jam, you put this number on the screen for people to join. So if you want to join the community, you reach out to 0813 591 5169. So I'll be putting it in the chat section for Jamie to see. So David, please tell us about your story. I'm putting it down in the chat section.
It will be on the chat. Jamie, please, can you just look for it at the chat, or look out for it rather on the chat. David, you can go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, as of November, David was our highest salesperson in the month of November. David, can you hear me? I think David's network is a bit shaky. David, can you hear me? Is it my network? Can another person hear me? Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I guess it's David's network. Let's just hope that he will come back. David was one of the top people that I know that first meet sale, even before me in Gtext Homes. But you can never give up in this industry. You can never give up. The day you'll be thinking of giving up is the day that God will give you your victory. You never know. But the only thing I do tell people around me is, did you work? Did you put work? Because you cannot expect to eat where it did not work. Oh. It's not magic. It's not Holy Spirit. It's not Holy Ghost fire. It's not back to sender. It's not that. Did you work? If you work, you will reap the fruit of your labor. So this is December. December is billing, spending money, flashing money, having good time. But January is a reality check and paying a whole lot of bills. So people like us, superstars, sales superstars, January is a normal month for us. Why I say it's a normal month for us? Because before January will come, people like us will have started working from November to December. Set your goals so high that even if you fall in one. So when others are thinking of how much they've spent in their dirty December, we don't think that, because we've already made enough to cover for January and February, and we'll keep going. So it is now, today is 2nd of December, it is now that you and I have to start making those calls, have to start replying those emails. I will get back to you. All the I will get back to you, you have to start getting back to them yourself, checking up on them. And everything does not go around, please come and buy, come and buy, come and buy, come and buy, come and buy. If I do that to you, you will send me out of your phone or block me. So we should put in some extra vibe to it. If your client, for example, if your client is in Abeokuta and you are in Abuja, try and Google what is happening in Abeokuta. How is the weather in Abeokuta? If it's going to rain in Abeokuta, it's spice. Add it. Just put it a little there and there. And please, you don't really have to start asking the person, oh, I want to start, sir, I'm calling you for you to come and buy. I'm just trying to, some people would feel like, I will get back to you. I'll get back to you later and we'll talk about it. You can spice it up. You can make it look nice. You can make it look fun. Some other people will not like you to start reminding them. They know that that's the reason why you are calling. But to, shock their knowing that that's the reason why you're calling, you can just start asking, oh, sir, how are you? How is the family? Make it fun. I'm just going to check up on you, nothing else. Just anyways, I checked the weather. It's actually going to rain there. I hope you have your raining stuff with you so you won't get wet and the rest of it. Just make it fun, make it lively. Even before, like, you won't be the one to tell the person that this person is calling you because of what you promised him or her. I will get back to you. He will be or she will be the one to tell you, it's not that I forgot, I still remember you. Your message has been passed. Okay, I don't have something to say.
Now, remember that this is December. Did you see the rhyme? I used to rap sometimes. So, see, this December is the December to remember. And Gtext and Associates Department of Gtext Homes is helping people to sell. As just heard, David is one of our sales pastor, but is currently on transit. And that is why his network is going back and forth, right? Now, a very important part is what you are seeing on your screen, which is the Gtext and Associates sales promo for salespeople. Now, I know for sure you probably heard of promos here and there from, all promos are in different companies, but this one is targeted at you, right? All the sales superstars, and looking at how you can improve yourself. One of the things that Dr. Stephen always tells me is that once you don't set a deadline to your goal, right? I want to do this, but there's no deadline to it or target to it. You cannot make it, and you will not make it. So you say you want to become a sales superstar, just like all the people that we have in our company, but you don't have a deadline to it, and you don't know exactly what you want to gain out of it. It becomes an unending race that you will never get to. So this opportunity that is open for all sales superstars is for December, starting from 2nd to 26th of December. And what's going to happen here? Normally, when you sell land for us, you get 10% of commission for selling for us, right? So everybody gets percentage for selling for us. That is, you want to sell for us, you get 10%, whether it's your friend, it's your brother, as long as you are the one that is bringing the clients to buy our properties, our landed properties, right? You get 10% for it. But for this December, you are getting an additional percentage to make up a total of 12%, right? That is high. that is big. And if you are going to be selling houses, you get, instead of 5% for houses, you now get 7%. Then on top of that, you also qualify for a raffle to get a car. So once you get a 12% and get a 7%, you are fine, but you also qualify for a raffle, in which case you could be choosing to now win a car for this December and also get opportunity to travel to Mauritius. That is an all-expense paid trip to Mauritius, right? And now, see, when you have sold enough and you get this free ticket to Mauritius, you can come and carry your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend and say, baby, this is my gift to you. No more Valentine next day again. Do you understand? So again, this is just a way for you to give yourself that push. Remember, there are people that sit on their horses and says, hey, I'm okay, right? But the moment you understand that you're too comfortable where you are, and you start giving yourself this target, and you start learning. You learn today, you learn tomorrow, you learn next tomorrow. There's no way you finish this 3-day course with us, with Dr. Steven. There's no way, I'm telling you for a fact, that you will finish this 3-day course with Dr. Steven and your sales journey will remain the same. That's impossible. Even our internal staff will start recording extra sales this month because of this journey, this sales training. So Vivian, I'm sure Vivian is going to get a car or something.
Yes, I get yes, I get a car.
So, another thing about Gtext Homes is this. I want to tell you a bit about our commission structure, right, for Gtext and Associates program. We have our properties, we have our offices in UK, in US, and also in Dubai. And of course, we have in Nigeria as well. So you probably have heard about us talking about having our offices here and there. But you probably also know that we work with developers in all these countries to sell or broker their properties to all our clients that we have all over the world as well. So when an associate member like you, right, start to sell for us and you sell a property in the US, you get 1% of the total package of that property. That is 1%. And if it is in UK, you also get 1%. If it is in Dubai, you get 2%, right? And if you are selling houses for us, we call it Gtext Suite. Gtext Suite is an arm of Gtext Homes that deals with selling third-party properties. So we're selling ready-made apartments and buildings that people want to sell off. So if you are also selling our property in Gtext Suite, you get 2%, right? So this is the commission structure for Gtext and Associates. This is the structure. This is what we have on ground. So if you have any questions for it, remember to send a message to the number that is scrolling on your screen. Or if you're on Zoom, the message the number that has been forwarded in the chat section. Also remember that if you are selling houses for us, we have a 3-level commission structure for house and land within Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is this. If normally, this is the normal commission structure, and it's going to continue like this after this promo that I just mentioned earlier. So the normal commission structure for selling our houses, our off-plan houses, is 5% if you're a direct marketer. Now, we have a website that allows you to register other people under you. So if you register somebody under yourself and that person sells the property, the person gets 5%, while you yourself will get 2% of that sale. Then if on the other hand, that other person that you brought somebody else and that person sold, so that person that sold gets 5%, the person you brought gets 2%, and the person that is you yourself gets 1%. So you have a 3-level commission structure. I'm going to use examples to explain it. The same thing goes for land. If you are buying land, if you are selling land for us, right, in all allocations in Lagos mainland, Lagos Island, in Abeokuta, in Ibadan, in Abuja, in Asaba, in Port Harcourt, when you sell our land, you get 10%. Now, if somebody that you brought sells the land instead, the person gets 10%, but you get 3%. Now, if the person you brought somebody else that now sold the land, that person that sold gets 2%, the person you brought gets 3%, you yourself get 10%. To wrap it up, let me explain now. So I am a direct marketer. I am also a member of Gtext Associates, right? If I sell land for Gtext, I get 10%. Now, I went on to register Vivian under me, right? Vivian is my friend, and I'll be telling her about real estate. Now she likes it and she registers under me. Now, if Vivian sells, Vivian gets the normal 10% because it's the person that sold land. But I that brought her, I get 3%. Now, if Vivian goes on to register her sister, her younger sister now, and her sister brings a friend that buys the property from her sister gets 10%. Vivian herself gets 3%. But because it was me that brought Vivian, I get 2%. So the same thing goes for the Gtext homes, that is house sale. If you sell our off-plan houses, it's 5%, 2%, and 1%. So I hope that is understandable and you understand all of that. Vivian?
Yes. Please, if you have any questions on this commission, because it is commission we're talking about here, and I know so many of us have questions about it. Edward, let's read the Q&A. You can see the Q&A. Okay. Okay, the number has been posted on the chat group. I don't know if you can see it. That's the number to call. It has been posted. Please, if you can see it, you can just write it down. Call the number at any time. We have so many other questions, Edward. How can I get your products?
So someone is asking on Facebook. The person is saying, what is the commission for Gtext suit? Now, I've explained that before, and I'm going to explain again. So let's show you what the Gtext suit looks like. So, Jeremy, if you can see me, please put this on Facebook as well. I want to show this screen on Facebook, right? Please show this screen on Facebook. That is a screen showing the Gtext commission structure. Now, those on Facebook asking about Gtext suit. Gtext suit, again, is we are selling already built houses, right? And Gtext suit's commission structure is plainly 2%. If you sell for us, you get 2%, right? That's just it. There's no other line to it. There's no under, there's no above. It's just 2%. You sell, you get 2%. Okay? So you have a client that wants to buy a 4-bedroom duplex in Buzape and Abuja, right? And the person buys, you get 2%. You have a client that is interested in buying a 5-bedroom duplex in Aja or in Ikoyi or in Banana Island, and the person ends up buying, you get 2%, right? That's how it works. But if you're not going for off-plan means you are selling properties that are not yet fully built, but the construction is going on or about to start. So in off-plan sales, clients usually have the opportunity to spread their payments for a longer period of time. So clients can spread payments for up to a year, 12 months, sometimes 4 months, and sometimes even 36 months. That is 3 years. So in that case, you're selling off-plan, and the commission structure is different. The difference is that you are getting 5% if it's a direct sale, and the person you bring, person sells, you get 2%, and then the third person gets goes on like that. So that is the difference between Gtext and Gtext Youth and Gtext Homes off-plan properties, right? Again, remember, see, this comes down to selling, comes out the conviction, comes down to understanding what you're selling itself. Tomorrow, during tomorrow's training, we'll be showing you different locations where we have our properties. We show locations like one we have in Lekki, just with Gardenia. We're showing you other areas in Peru, in Obutu, on the mainland, in Abuja. We're showing all of these different locations. Now, it's very important that you note, right? Okay, so there are other questions here. That should be the last. So how can someone that already has a job intern with Gtext Homes? Now, we have a lot of people who are working class. They actually have a job, right? They are interning with us. The first step is for you to contact us and tell us the situation and say, hey, I want to learn how to sell, but my schedule is a bit different because I'm working for a company already, right? And this is what the company does. So I want to come and learn with you guys. How can I structure my timing? So the person in charge is usually the branch manager, who is in charge of all the G&A members in that community. Or you may have other people that will be managing that area. So there's a person that will not tell you and give you a specific instruction on how you'll be learning with us and how you'll be interning with us. You have an onboarding session to understand what we do and also the time that you have to be dedicating to us. But the point is this: you cannot intern with us without dedicating time to learn. All right? So sometimes it may take you coming to the office a few hours. It may take you giving your time during weekends to learn, to role play, to call clients, to real life examples and options that you go through. But understand that it's not virtual, right? We don't do 100% virtual internship. It's a choice to intern with us, and you cannot dictate what you want to us. Just tell us that this is your problem, this is your issue, it's a situation, and we will now help you to work something around it.
Okay. Next question: how long do internship program last? Any age?
Okay. All right. So how long does the internship program last? Our internship program lasts for 3 months. 90 days. It's a 90-day program that allows people to come out to sell. Age restriction, I'm up to tell you that we have people in their 40s, in their 50s learning with us. See, selling knows no age is no barrier to selling.
Without the age,
you need money, right? The person that is 40 years, 50 years, even need money more than you sell, right? So yes, the truth is there's no age restriction, right? I think that's all to that question.
Like, do you have an office in Asaba?
Yes. So there's no age restriction. You can visit any of our offices. Remember, the first thing you do is, once you intern with us, reach out to that number 1. That's the first thing. Send a message to that number, right? Call the number, send an SMS to the number. I'm interested in interning with you, right? Then you walk through, okay, go, where are you? Where are you located? Right? Go to this office, with this person, register with us, and all of that. But the first thing is to reach out to that number. That's the first number 1 thing. Okay?
And without any cost, we don't charge anything.
Yeah, we don't. Our internship is free. The only cost to it is you have to be dedicated, right? And you have to sell. Remember, when you sell internship, even when you sell as an intern, you don't pay us anything. You get your full percentage. But dedication, and you have to sell. That's how it works.
So Adenika said, how can I get leads from prospects when I don't have quality contacts on my WhatsApp?
Okay, Adenika, I don't know if you're a woman or a man, but either ways, you are my sibling. right? Either you're my elder sister, elder brother, elder younger, whatever it is. I'm just like you. When I first started, I didn't have quality people in my WhatsApp. In fact, people in my WhatsApp are those that are selling shoe 1.5. I'm telling you for a fact. Right? So I don't have people in my WhatsApp that can buy a 5 billion naira land. They don't even want to buy land, they want to just eat the next meal. All right. But again, see, Dr. Stephen's story comes to mind when you say things like this, because this is somebody that came from nothing, this is somebody that didn't even understand how to use a WC when I was growing up, but went on to build a multi-billion naira company that has branches in 4 countries. Again, when you come to meet us for internship, we train you on how to sell, and that training comes with both internal training that you receive and practice. So you get to do role play with other staff, and you also get to work with clients. So you are calling clients for the first time. You are on the hot seat. When you do this over and over and over again, you get the hang of it, and then you start selling. The first thing is, do you even know how to talk to somebody who is a millionaire? Can you talk to a multi-millionaire and say, can you handle the person? Right? So it's not really about the people on your WhatsApp status or your WhatsApp list. That's not the problem. The problem starts with you, and solution starts with you. All right. So once you identify the problem, which is I don't have people to talk to, come and join us and intern with us. Any questions?
Yeah, I want to add with what Edward said. So you are joining us, you don't have these quality people on your WhatsApp list, but when you are joining us, you'll be given contacts to call, and if there's any other thing I've understood in real estate, you don't belittle anybody. So there is actually acts of service in this industry. Even if the person is not going to buy from you, and the person is asking you some certain questions or some certain help that you can render at that point or any time that you can render, please offer your help. Please render that service. You never know who will refer you. You never know who will bring in your first big deal. And again, nobody is left out. If you are given a number to call or numbers to call, and let me assume that maybe the contact is like 20, 15 of it is Nigerian numbers. While 5 is people in diaspora. So let me use, for example, Nigerian numbers. Some of us will be seeing Nigerians as, oh, now we know ourselves. They might not want to buy. You can't say that. You don't know who that person is. You don't know if that person has an uncle or auntie that is over there that has this money that you're looking for. What do you need to do? You can please render your service to this person, not necessarily collecting this person's money. You know that this person does not have this money. From 1 or 2 conversations, you can bring in, oh, please, this thing that please, can you help me market to your people? So at the end of the day, if you close the deal, you will collect commission. And I'm not going to take out of it. It's just for me to guide you. So this person is going to talk to his people. Please assume that his people bought from you. In the company, we will recognize you as the person that brought in that sales. Do you understand? So, and you have a very good relationship with this customer of your friend, because now I'm calling the person your friend. If you have a very good relationship with that person, do you know that you can observe that person? By just keeping a relationship with that person. From there, you started building your own contact. And it's the way and the manner you manage that person that will bring in other people to your doorstep. So first of all, I think or I believe you should start first. You don't have it fine. Like I said, nobody was born as a king. Nobody. We were made. Please, you can start. Start, and the rest will be history. Oh, we have Queenette here. Jamie, please, can you pull Queenette up? Queenette just sold 3-bedroom at Jasper Estates, Lagos. Please, Jamie, if you can hear me, please, we need Queenette to come up and share her super star story. Jamie, can you hear me? All right. That being said, as we wait for Queenette, like I said, I've forgotten the lady that dropped this message. Okay. Oh, how can I? No. We've answered that. It's the person that said doesn't have. Oh, Adinka, like Edward said, I don't know if you're a lady or a guy, you can do it. If I can sell, you can sell. If David can sell, you can sell. It's act of service. Please, let's just put it in here that it's act of service. And do customer care like your life depends on it. I'm very big in customer care. I'm very big in customer care. Anything that will make my clients comfortable, I'm all out. Because at the end of the day, it's these same people that will refer you to their friends, their loved ones to come and buy from you. So what does it take not to give them that quality service? From there, you are that you say you don't have. And you know, this relationship of a thing does not end in come and buy. I have something to buy. I have something to say. Sometimes go out of your way and get these client things. I bought Billionaire Habit from Dr. Steven, and I sent it to my clients. They asked me for it. I sent it to him just for him to read. Do you know? And he appreciated. It was like a big thing. And you know one thing with rich people, it's all about give me. What are you bringing to? They know that they can afford some certain things that you can afford. But what are you bringing? You have to bring something. Oh, Adenka has replied. Could you please call the number for the internship? Because I'm not seeing it on the chat. Jamie, please, can you put up the number again? Jamie, please, can you put up the number again? While we wait for Queenette. Okay. Please, Adenka, please just check the chat again. Just check the chat box again. The number will be up. The number is 081. Jamie, can you hear me? I'm sorry. 090-8360-2883. Adenka, did you get the number? 090-8360-2883.
All right. So Adenka, the number again is 0908 360 0908 360 2883. That is the number that you should reach out to. The number is 0908 360 2883.
So we have another number again that Jamie just dropped, just in case if you reached out to that one and maybe for so reason network didn't go. So please you can drop. Jamie, please, there's another number I just called now. Please, can you let me drop it?
Yes, dropped already.
Okay. The number that Edward just dropped now, please, Jamie, please just help us, post this number on Facebook as well. The number that Edward just dropped now for easy access, please. Thank you. Queenette is not here. I will have a few minutes to go. But please, before we go into any Q&A, I hope Adenka will be able to answer your question. I can't see the number. How can I get? Okay, I think we've answered this. Do we have any questions on Facebook? Please let me check on Facebook.
Okay.
Say he's a man. Okay, Adenka, we're sorry. We did not refer you as a lady. We just said that we don't know if you're a man or a woman, but you're a man. We're sorry, sir.
So people are asking how they can join the community. They want to join the community. I need my community.
Okay. Prince is asking, where is your office on the island? So we'll drop we'll drop the address. Is actually inside Banana Island. It's 309 Close, Ogun. Ondo State. I'm sorry, Ondo Street. 309 Ondo Street, Banana Island. But you will have to call a number for you to be given a code to come in. The address will be dropped as well on the chat. Okay. Please, can we get? Oh, the number is on the chat as well. Please, the number to call for the internship is on the chat as well. Please, let's just check it out. It's on the chat.
Yes, I think that's part of it.
How can I get the products, and how do you have the one? How can I get your products, or do you have a WhatsApp number to join? The number again is on the chat. Bukola, can you hear me? Ayodeji, the number to call is on the chat. The WhatsApp number to call is on the chat. Please let me repost it.
All right. So the number, if you are joining us on Facebook, the number is showing on Facebook. If you are joining on Facebook, the number is pulling right now on Facebook. And if you're on Zoom, the number has been posted in the chat section. We have a question on Facebook. It says, please, does Gtext should charge my clients professional fee on sales? Yes, Olayemi, we have our process for selling, right? We have our process for sales, and there are charges that come with all of these transactions, right? There's usually, obviously, the legal fee and whatever else that includes. So if whatever it is your client has to pay, we'll let you know about it. Again, this is part of the reasons why you join as an associate if you want to ask any question. There are a lot of things I can't tell you right now, because even I myself, all I just think about is my 2%. I don't ask. My own is, I have a client that wants to buy, right? Go and handle the person and give him my money. That's what I'm interested. Remember, this is my own December to remember, right? So that's my own. But I can't give you answers to all the questions, right? That's why we're saying call that number to join the associate program. And then you can get all the answers to all the questions you want. You have access to all the products. You have access to all our lands. You have access to products in Dubai, in US, and UK. See, a lot of realtors today are asking how they can even bust out into the Dubai property market. You understand? People want to bust it to the property market. They are seeing Dubai everywhere. See, one thing that happened that a lot of people slept on was that here, the World Cup is happening in Qatar. Qatar is a very, very small country that does not have the ability to take up everybody that came there. Not everybody is staying in Qatar for the World Cup. And even after the World Cup, tourists will go straight to where? To Dubai to go and shop before they start going back to their own countries. They will need apartments to stay in. They will need apartments to rent. There are a lot of long leases in Dubai right now because of the World Cup. So, and there are a lot of property owners that are enjoying these benefits. But see, there is somebody that is connecting property owners to these people that are renting it and buying it. It is you. So if you are not part of those that are enjoying that opportunity, what's going to happen is you'll be leaving money on the table. So the only way to start enjoying these opportunities that are on ground is if you join the Gtext and Associate program, right? You join the Gtext and Associate program, and you will be able to have access to these opportunities. Okay, there's a question in the Q&A section. Someone is saying, okay, you've not seen the number to call. Again, I've said this several times. If you can't find the number in the Zoom, go to Facebook and join from Facebook. You see the number scrolling, right? That's not a problem. And then there's somebody, yes, thank you so much for sharing it. That's a number, right? To reach out to. That is your window, right? Again, we're here to tell you how you can be a sales superstar. It's not late for you to take the action, to take the step. All right. Now, I'm going to talk a bit about my journey into making sales in Gtext zones. And it's a very, very funny journey, and it's not that interesting, right? But there are people like me that we are so involved in trying to achieve something. Okay, now we don't really care about money. We care about money because we spend money, but money is not our main motivator for doing things. Okay, and there are people like me everywhere. And there's probably somebody on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or even on Zoom that is achievement focused, right? Now here it is. I came in here and I don't think about selling, right? I just want to do my job and go home. 6 p.m., right? And I'm closing and all that. But Dr. Stephen told me and said, I don't understand your kind of leadership. What kind of leader does not sell? You're a leader trying to train salespeople. And even you yourself, you're not selling anything, or you have never even sold anything before. Yes, I might have the methodology, the process thinking, the this and that, that and this. But you have not sold, bro. You have not sold. So you know what? I got angry and I went out to go and sell. I got really mad. And Vivian here is my witness. I got mad. I went to go. When I sold, my brothers and sisters, when I sold like this, there's difference between salary and commission. See, it is sweet. Salary is nice. So when you eat some kind of food, right? You say, this one is nice. There's another one like, oh my God, Jesus. That is commission. So when we show you the 2%, 1%, that is the, oh my God, Jesus kind of money, right? I'm telling you for a fact. Another thing about it is, see, when I started thinking about Dubai property sales, UK property sales, US property sales, sometimes I use my Nigerian mind to be seeing it, and I don't see clearly. But when I open my head into seeing it properly, that was when my head started to open. See, I was talking with Abisola yesterday. Abisola is in Dubai currently, and we're talking about the properties in Dubai and how much I can get as a broker in Dubai. And she was telling me that if I sell a house, an apartment in Dubai, that 1 or 2% I'm getting, that 1% is about 3 million naira to 6 million naira. It's about 3 to 6 million naira. That is mad amazing, right? So again, this is my December to remember, and I can't think of any other thing but just be selling. We have another question as we round up. How can I get a product, or do you have a WhatsApp group number? Yes, we have a group. We have groups actually, and our groups are delimited by the location where you're staying. So your location will determine if you're going to join, which is why we're telling you to please reach out to the number so that you can get into that group, right? So ensure you reach out to the number so you can get into the group that you belong to. Okay, there are some people that are based in Edo State, but they travel to Lagos. You cannot be in the Lagos group because you travel to Lagos. You have to be in the Edo State group because that's where you stay. Okay, so reach out to the number so they can stay. You can be in the group that will favor you. All the groups, all of them have all our products and everything being shared. The difference is that because you're in a group in Edo State now, there are people there that can train you. Because you're in a group in Lagos, that's where you stay. There are people in Lagos that will train you. Because you're in a group in Ibadan, that's where you stay. You can easily go to our office and spend time in our office and become an intern and start learning how to sell. But the most important thing here is this: you have to complete this 3-day course first. You need to complete this 3-day course first. You have to start from today, go tomorrow, and then go on to next tomorrow. Tomorrow we start again by 4 p.m. By God's grace, inshallah. We start by 4 p.m. And once we start by 4 p.m., you need to be there first. You have to go through the same link that you joined with today. The same link you joined with today, you join again tomorrow, and you'll meet us here. And you also meet Dr. Stephen here to give you the next line of action after today. Now remember something that I wrote down when I was talking. He said, I believe. He said he has been able to sell one simple model. He said, I believe that despite all situations, I can always try and I can always succeed. Okay? He said, I believe that despite, so whether I have people on my WhatsApp that I can buy or not, whether I am in Katangwa or I'm in Lagos suburb, whether I'm in Edo State, whether I'm in Boko Haram in first place, wherever I might be, whether I'm in Adamawa, I can still sell. That's the most important thing. Once you believe that, once you take that belief and you are convinced and you are gingered, you're motivated, you're leaving your comfort zone, you will surely sell. So guys, I can't wait to see you tomorrow by 4 p.m. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow by 4 p.m. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., we'll be discussing about our products. We'll be showing you what our houses look like so that you yourself start seeing what you want to sell. And for those of you that are interested in even investing, you also know what you're investing with, right? So tomorrow, join us by 4 p.m. Or Vivian, what do you think?
Okay. Last word. Okay, I just want to encourage everyone out there. You're an intern, a business person, or you are employed, but you have these contacts already. You already called the number and you